What's going on, everyone? Lone Wolf here. You are looking at a bracket. Yes, I love brackets, but no, I did not create this. This bracket was created by Board Brackets, who essentially created this account on Instagram to say, hey, listen, you're bored during quarantine. Why not vote on some brackets, just to keep your mind active and get your mind off things as well. Excuse me for this. So, I'm going to drop his Instagram account link in the description below. And yeah, I'm going to show you what what his fans picked in that description, or actually in this bracket. These are the top sports moments of the 2010s. So, yeah. This is crazy. Alright, so without further ado, there's 32 moments, and I'm using scorecounter.com. You can't see it, but I cut it off. Not core counter, it's score counter. And I'll leave a description, or actually I'll leave a link to how I'm doing this in the description as well, alongside the Instagram account. Now, without further ado, let's move on to the brackets. Okay, so the first bracket, well, actually the first thing I see, I'm going to go like 132, 231, all that stuff. Yeah, okay, so the first matchup we have is the Cavs 3-1 comeback, I used air quotes, and the Jeter walk-off, and without a doubt, the Cavs just obliterated Jeter's final walk-off by 2,771 votes. Okay. Then you got 28-3 versus the Capitals Stanley Cup run of 2018, and well, everyone knows who's gonna win that. Capitals got obliterated, 3,193 votes. And before I move on, I'm showing you what officially happened, but you're going to see me modify it so that I can show you what my picks would have been, Oh, alright. Alright. So anyways, next up is Ray Allen's heroics in Game 6 of the 2013 NBA Finals versus Clemson's game-winning touchdown against Alabama in the 2017 National Championship, where Deshaun Watson threw to Hunter Renfrow. And, well, let's just say that Renfrow did his team well, but he couldn't do well in this bracket because, by 2,610 votes, they lost. Now, this is one of the closer matchups. Oh, actually, not really. This is the next one. I'm looking at it wrong. The Cubs 2016 World Series win. Look how many votes they got compared to the divisional round matchup between the Packers and the Cardinals in 2016. Look at this. You know how much this is? This is 2,528 votes right here. Now we come to the first really close matchup. There's like three more coming up. Okay. So Chris Jenkins had one of the most amazing shots to win the national championship in 2016 against UNC. And of course you got the Blackhawks scoring 2 goals in 17 seconds in Game 6 of the 2013 Stanley Cup Finals. And yes, I had to look that up because it's been so long since I heard about that. And look how many votes they got. It's a 987 vote difference. And then, of course, we move on to UMBC's upset of Virginia. And, of course, everyone knows what happened. Virginia, and the NCAA colluded to rig the tournament last year to give them that Cinderella story. Like, oh, yeah, we lost, we became the first team to lose to a 16 seed, but then we won the national championship. Yeah, Kyle Guy, I call bullshit. And it was up against Ortiz's slam in Game 2 of the 2013 ALCS. Alright, now we move on. The kick 6. This one was pretty easy. One vote short of 5,000. compared to Aguero's Premier League winning goal in 2011-2012. Anyone remember Aguero? Now we've pretty much seen, in a way, the top seeds win. But here is where we have our first upset in the official bracket. Everyone remembers David Freeze's Game 6 heroics, right? Well, Damian Lillard saw that and said, yeah, fuck off. Was it 2,066 votes? 2,066 votes helped Dame Time move on, and that was a good one too. You know, I mean, I think Westbrook or George said, "Oh, that's a bad shot." Yeah. And now we come to the most lopsided matchup in the. We come to the most lopsided matchup in this whole scheme of things. Kobe Bryant dropping 60. Now, I'm going to show you how many votes Johnny Football got for upsetting Alabama. 898. Okay, we're moving on. But look how many votes Kobe got. Boom. That right there is 5,134 votes. Alright. So now we go on to the Minneapolis Miracle, which got 4,146 votes compared to the Blues Cup Run, 2,225. As amazing as this is, a lot of people feel like the first walk-off touchdown with no time left in NFL history was good. Although I'm going to explain in my version of the bracket why, it's not good. And then, of course, you got Crosby's golden goal in the 2010 gold medal match of men's hockey at the 2010 Vancouver Olympics, barely edging out the U.S. Women's National Team 2019 World Cup run. And, well, I'm gonna get shat on for my selection in my picks. All right. Then you got, of course, Kawhi's Game 7 buzzer beater. This is the one that, of course, that one I believe this one was 674 votes. This one is a lot closer. Watch. Tigers Masters win, 3,408 votes. Kawhi's buzzer beater, boom. That is a 24-point difference. Just wow. All right. Then you've got the Philly special, which is called Philly Philly, in Super Bowl 52. Although I believe Mike Pereira said that it should have been called back for illegal formation. Against Cardiac Kemba's was 2011 game winner. I believe in the Big East tournament. I'm going to probably explain oh yeah. Of course, then you got another upset. Butler's pick in Super Bowl 49, which is why I got the thing there, versus Odell's catch, even though it's not much of a. Then you got this one was 900. This is within 1,000. So then you got, of course, the Beastquake annihilating Goatse's win in the World Cup, 2,941. And then you got a fairly even matchup. Leicester City winning the Premier League at 5,001 odds versus Bautista's Game 5 winner. Alright? So that's it for this. Now, we move on to the next round. You got the Cavs against. Then, of course, I'm going to read. Alright. So, now I'm going to redo this, and you're going to see who is left and who is out. Well, actually, I'm just going to show you who's left. We got ourselves a very, very nice little bracket. So as you can see, I'm doing it right off of my my phone. But hey, who cares? Actually, I can actually get it now. Whatever. Okay, so here are the moments that did make the cut. We got, of course, the most obvious ones. I would say Chinder Chagger or Bigger Dagger, because we all know who said the N-word. I'm not gonna fuck around with that. The Chinder Chagger or Philly Dagger is what I'm gonna call it. We all know where that comes from, but I'm modifying it because we all know why. Okay, so the Cavs comeback versus Bautista's home run. Here we go. So this one, 4,538 votes compared to just a little over 1,100. That's 3,374 votes. Then you got Kobe's finale, 60-point finale versus Dame Time, and whew, I just gotta say that's not a big shock. Okay. Then of course you got Chris Jenkins winner, and then you got the Dagger. And yes, folks, I am doing this as best as I can because it's pretty crazy. And if you're wondering how I do this slider lets me just go down. All right. Then you got the Philly special, 2,167 points. But I mean, it's hard to argue when you lose by just a little over 1,300. All right. Now we move on to the next one. Ray Allen's game-winning three-pointer compared to, wow, this one was 500. Crosby is golden, meaning his golden goal, but then, I mean, how can you argue with the best upset? 2,248 people thought better than Crosby. Then of course you got two legendary gridiron moments, as I call it. The kick six compared to the Minneapolis Miracle. This is under 1,000. Okay. And then of course 4,000 people. I mean, over 2,000 people can't really be wrong. All right. So now I'm gonna set up again for another one because I think we're down to the Elite 8, which we are. The most elite moments of the 2010s. Once again, we're back, and now we are going to show you this. This is basically going to be how it looks like from here on out. But you got, of course, the Cavs 3-1, Kobe's 60-point finale. And if you've been following closely, there's only one double-digit, just one double-digit seed left, and that's Kawhi's winner, So let's see how it went down in the Elite 8. We got, of course, the Cavs 3-1 comeback versus Kobe's 60-point finale. And in a very close matchup, 119 votes separated this. But, of course, as you can see, the Cavs move on. And I'm just doing quick math. And another close one, Kawhi He's Cinderella one. Kawhi's dagger, the Cinderella run, ends as the Cubs 2016 World Series win. Pardon me. I had to drink some water. My tongue was getting dry. Got in under 537 votes. Then, of course, you got another one under 1,000 votes. Ray Allen's game-winning 3 versus, of course, Umbc's. You got good moments. Football, gridiron, as I like to call it, basketball, all that. 673 votes separated this. And then 790 votes saw this through. And now we are down to the final 4. We're back once again. This time we're down to the final 4, and from here on out I'm just going to use it like this, okay? Okay, so I'm going to change this on the fly. So, in our first final 4 matchup, over 1,000 people decided that LeBron finally bringing a title to Cleveland under amazing circumstances tops what is one of the greatest moments in sports history, the Cubs finally winning a World Series and it being caught on film. And a little known fact about about Ray Allen's three-pointer, Chris Bosh, in my opinion, should have been called for an offensive foul. But Ray's three-pointer doesn't help him out in this tournament because it's 28-3. That's all I'm going to say. And then we go to the finals. And ooh boy, it was a doozy. Under 1,000 votes, 949 votes separated them. And in the final, over 6,000 votes were cast. But who wins the final? Boom. The best moment is the Cavs' 2016 comeback in the NBA Finals. But that's according to board brackets. Now, we're going to go to my picks, and it'll be all one go. I keep doing that side to kind of say, hey, we're back. Okay. So here are my picks. Okay? Jeter moved on because we had an upset in the NCAA tournament. Why not have one in this bracket? Here are my picks. 28-3 versus the Caps Cup win. How about boom? I mean, I don't have any favorites here, so, I'm actually going to go with... There's a lot that I agree with and a lot that I disagree with. For example, let's see. Who won? Oh, yeah. 28-3 is more impressive. And even more impressive in the fourth quarter. The Caps kept trying. They finally won, but, I kind of have to agree with the bracket on this one. Although this one, you overthrow a dynasty. Yeah, this one... Come on, this one's easy. That's easy. Kick 6, I've seen it multiple times. Aguero I'll never get bored of. And I actually agree with the fans. Like, if you were watching this and you voted in that bracket, I thank you for picking Lillard's game winner over Freeze's heroics. So Kobe moves on. I'm picking the Blues Cup run because how impressive is it to go from dead last and possible talks of a build, or actually not a build up, a breakdown so you can build it back up, to hoisting Lord Stanley's Cup at the end of the season. And then of course this is what I mentioned earlier. I'm gonna get a lot of shit over this, but do you know how hard it is? I know a lot of you say, oh, but the what was it? whatchamacallit? Fucking. But the UFC tells you 15 team. Listen. It was an exhibition. It doesn't matter. You're just mad that the U.S. women's team does better than the men's team. Alright. Of course, Kawhi moves on. This was just a one-time thing. This is more impressive, in my opinion, than, of course, Butler's pick, the Beastquake. And this is more impressive than Bautista. Like, as much as I love the Bautista flip, Leicester City being 5,001 favorites to win, and then Eden Hazard look how different it is. Alright. And now we move on to the Sweet 16. As much as I want Jeter to move on, 28-3 moves on. Cubs winning the World Series. UMBC. Aguero! Ooh, I need a coin. Oh, how coincident. How lucky I got a coin here. So, the Blues Cup run will be heads. Kobe will be tails. It's heads. So sorry, Kobe. Rest in peace, buddy. Any shocking loss for you, your daughter, and of course your widow, your wife. I hope Vanessa is peacefully mourning your passing. But no matter what, Kobe will always live on as long as we crumble up a piece of paper and throw it into the trash can while yelling his name out. Don't ever let that tradition die, folks. Don't ever let that tradition die. Anyways, I'm going to pick Kawhi. I'm actually going to pick Kawhi's game winner because the U.S. women's national team, they're pretty good. But, oh, am I kidding? I've seen that so many times. But this is good. Cardiac Kemba, Leicester City. Move on to the Elite Eight. Cubs winning the World Series is more impressive than coming back from 25 points down. UMBC, crazy. Now this is going to be hard. This is starting to get hard for me. But I'm going to have to go with Leicester City here. I know a lot of European football fans are looking at this video. If you're watching it, first off, hi. Secondly, they're looking at me like, you're picking someone. As much as I like UMBC moving on, I might have to pick Aguero. And then the Blues Cup run ends the U.S. women's national team's streak in my picks. And now I got 4 left. And I've seen this moment and this moment. So now, a lot of you are going to shit on me for picking these two and not picking this, but these two are historic. This ended, I believe, a decades-long title drought for for Manchester City in 2011-2012 campaign. And as the day I'm recording this, because of the pandemic, PSG were awarded the trophy were declared champions of Ligue 1 in France. And of course, Leicester City winning after being 5,001 favorites. Man, I wish I could call it a tie, but I have to go with Leicester City. So that's basically my bracket compared to board brackets. If you want to see his, link is in the description below to his Instagram page. I will see you all later. And if you don't like it, tell me in the comments, who do you think should have won the tournament? And who should I have picked? I know a lot of you are going to say, why'd you pick the U.S. women's national team? They got beat by a bunch of 15-year-olds. Well, I challenge you to go out and try to beat them yourself. Okay? Alright. Bye-bye. Oh, and one last thing before I go. These picks right here, they're my opinion. Board brackets, that was all fans voting. He's got 13,000 fans, like 13,500. Get him to 15,000, please. Okay? Bye-bye.